Welcome back to the AB Scale Project. I'm Krieger, and this is Alpha Bravo. And in this episode, we're looking at a few special teams. We've covered a few of the members in other videos, but we'll do some cleanup today. I will say right off the bat, we're going to need a lot of customs if we want updates. First up, we'll look at the Firecons. We've already covered Cindersoar, so we have Flame Feather and Sparkstalker to go. I've only got Flame Feather here. G1 is your only choice for them. For the Autobot side, we've got the Sparkabots. We covered Guzzle in the Wreckers series, and we have Fizzle and Sizzle left. I only have Sizzle here. While G1 is our best representation for each, IDW used the G2 Laser Rod version of Sizzle in Sideswipe's Fever Dream. Next, we'll look at the Triggercons. We've already covered Crankcase in my Scavengers episode, so we have Windsweeper and Ruckus left. My G1 Ruckus here is actually one of the few survivors of my childhood. Both of them only have the G1 and the Transformers Collectors Club. For playability, the Transformers Collectors Club wins. Opposed to them are the Triggerbots. Dogfight and Backstreet were already covered in my Missing Lost Lighters episode, and so we're left with Override. He had a G1 and an adventure recolor of Combiner Wars Groove here. Between the two, the Adventure is the winner for playability. You're not seeing double, we're just looking at the clones. First are the Decepticon versions, Pounce and Wingspan. The Prime Duocons are standing in for the BotCon recolors, and the G1 Autobot clones are height stand-ins for G1. The G1s are out for playability. The BotCons aren't quite the G1 aesthetic, so they're out. So the winners are the Titans Return. There's 3 different releases of these, so you should have no problem finding some, unlike the original G1. Through the Looking Glass are the Autobot clones, Fastlane and Cloudraker. These guys got a G1, Titans Return, and an X2 Toys version represented by Siege Ironhide here for height. Again, the G1 are out for playability. By the scale chart, they should actually be deluxes, but for the sake of having matching pairs with the Decepticons and availability, I'm going to call the Titans Return the winners. So the winners are the Titans Return again. These were released 3 times as well. In fact, last time I checked, you could still get the Galactic Odyssey versions on Amazon for the original price. We're going to take a brief stop by the Powerdashers, Chromar, Zatar, and Aragon. They only had G1 and the Generation Selects. I don't have any G1s, but they would be out for playability anyway, so the best choice is the Generation Selects. Next, we'll look at the other half of the Duocons, Battle Trap. We covered Flywheels in our Scavengers episode. He only had G1 represented by G1 Flywheels here, the BotCon recolor remold to Thrilling 30 Springer here, and the Power of the Primes. The G1, as almost always, is out for playability. By the scale chart, he should be a Voyager, so technically the BotCon wins. But it's a triple changer and not a Duocon. So for the play pattern, and to match the Flywheels winner, the Power of the Primes wins. Since we covered the jump starters in the Wreckers series, we'll now look at the Decepticon Battlechargers, Runabout and Runamuck. Our recolor stand-ins are the Combiner Wars Blackjack for the Adventures versions, and the Reveal the Shield Tracks for the TFCC versions, and Cybertron Oil Slick for the Cybertron version. For playability, the G1 and the Cybertron are out. By the screen grab here, they should be around Scourge's height, and Scourge should be a tall deluxe, so the Adventures are out. Between the TFCC and the Earthrise molds, I have to give it to Earthrise. They are the closest to the G1 aesthetic. So the winners are the Earthrise versions. The Runabout can be a little hard to come by, but I think they are the best options. The last team we're going to look at are the Throttlebots. Although Rollbar and Wide Load got several different releases and Chase got a Titans Return, we're going to look at a complete team releases. You can mix and match at your leisure, but I want mine to match. The only full team releases were the G1 and the Toy World. I've got the Toy World Aurora, their Searchlight, and G1 Freeway here. Obviously, the G1s are out for playability. So the winners are the Toy World. An added bonus to those, they're also a combiner. Thanks for joining us today on the AB Scale project. If there's a character you'd like to see, put your request in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.